Welcome to the Gym Success Podcast. We're really glad you could join us today.
Yeah, welcome. Whether you're a gym owner, an operator, manager, maybe in sales, an entrepreneur starting out, or a personal trainer,
Yeah,
this one's for you.
definitely. We know you're always searching for that edge, ways to, really stand out. I'm Bonnie.
And I'm George. Our goal today, like always, is to cut through the fluff and give you some really actionable insights, the things you can use right away.
And today we're diving into a really fascinating white paper. It's by jthomas, and it's called Is Your Gym a Brand or a Commodity? How to Build a Business That Can't Be Ignored.
It really does make you think, doesn't it? Because the fitness market, wow, it's crowded.
Oh, absolutely. More crowded than a Monday night SWAT rack for sure. You just look around, scroll online, and you see everything. The big box gyms, the little boutique studios, yoga places, CrossFit boxes, group training, those 247 budget places.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
And they all promise fitness, right? They all have classes, trainers.
Exactly. And jthomas points out, for the average person looking, they all kind of start to look the same.
And that is the core problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the trap.
The commodity trap.
Right. When everything just blends together, you become, well, what jthomas calls a commodity. And then what happens?
You end up competing just on price.
Exactly. And that is just a brutal race to the bottom. It eats your margins, kills innovation. Honestly, it puts your whole long-term future at risk.
Yeah, it's completely unsustainable. But jthomas offers some real hope here. He basically says, look, being invisible, blending in, that's a choice.
There's a better way.
There is. And the answer, he says, is branding. Strong branding.
So that's what we're digging into today. We want to help you figure out, you maybe diagnose if your gym has slipped into that commodity zone without realizing it.
And then, more importantly, how to actually transform it. How to build a brand that grabs attention, builds real loyalty, gets people talking.
And yeah, it lets you charge what you're worth, even when there's tons of competition. Building something that just can't be ignored.
Okay, so first things first. What is the difference? Brand versus commodity. Jthomas says understanding this is step one.
It really is. It's fundamental. It's not just words. It's a whole different way of operating and, crucially, how people see you.
So how does he define a commodity gym? What should our listeners be looking out for?
Well, he's pretty blunt about it. A commodity gym basically competes on price. Full stop.
Okay.
It offers what he calls Me Too services.
Yeah.
The same stuff everyone else offers. Nothing really unique.
And their marketing.
Generic, get fit now, 7-day free pass. Stuff like that. You've seen it a million times.
Yeah, totally forgettable.
That's a key point he makes. It's forgettable after the first visit. There's no sticky factor, nothing that makes you remember that specific gym.
Which makes sense. If you're just like everyone else, why pick you unless you're the cheapest or maybe the closest?
Precisely. And that leads to a certain type of member, right? He calls them low loyalty, high churn members.
The coupon chaser.
Yeah, basically. They're always looking for the next deal. If a competitor offers a discount, poof, they're gone. Because the relationship is purely transactional. It's about the price, not the experience or the results.
Okay, so that's the commodity side. Let's flip it. What does a branded gym look like, according to jthomas?
Well, a branded gym is different. It commands pricing power because it's positioned uniquely. It's not just selling access to equipment.
It's telling a story.
Exactly. A clear, compelling story that clicks with a specific group of people. And this builds real loyalty. It gets people talking, referring their friends naturally.
So you're attracting fans, not just members.
That's a great way to put it. Jim calls them raving fans, not coupon chasers. A branded gym stands for something more than just exercise, you know?
Like a community, a culture.
Yes. It builds community, a definite culture, sparks conversation. It creates an identity people want to be part of, not just use. It's almost tribal.
That's a huge distinction. And jthomas has this really stark test for this, the logo test.
Oh, yeah, that one's powerful.
He says, imagine taking your logo off everything, your website, emails, ads, social media. Would anyone still know it's your gym?
Oof.
If the answer is no, he argues you're a commodity. Simple as that.
It's brutal but brilliant, right? Because it forces you to look past the superficial logo and ask, what really makes us different? If your message, your look, your feel could belong to anyone.
Then you haven't built that distinct identity.
Exactly. Which leads to the next big question. Why does this even matter so much? Why put all the effort into branding? Jim lays out 3 really key reasons.
Okay, let's hear them. The first one we sort of touched on, escaping that race to the bottom on price.
Right. Commodity gyms fight over pennies. Brands, however, can charge more.
Mhm.
And it's not just because they're fancier necessarily. It's because they offer transformation, not just access.
Transformation, not just access. I like that.
It's key. Branded gyms sell identity, outcomes. You're not just buying gym time. You're investing in becoming a different version of yourself, getting a specific result.
Like confidence or better performance or belonging.
Exactly. And that perceived value completely changes the game. It justifies a higher price, lets you reinvest, and keeps the business healthy.
Okay, reason number 2.
Becoming top of mind. Think about it. The gym isn't always the one with the most gear. Often it's the one people remember.
The one they connect with emotionally.
Precisely. Branding builds that connection. So when someone is finally ready to make that change, your gym is the one they think of first. Not just one lost in a Google search.
Makes sense. Being memorable. And the third reason.
It builds massive leverage and loyalty. Great branding creates real emotional buy-in. Members feel like they belong, like it's their place.
Not just a place they pay to use.
Right. And then what happens? Jim points out they start wearing your T-shirts, tagging you on Instagram, bringing friends, all organically.
Free marketing.
The best kind of marketing. Your members become your advocates, your unpaid sales force. It's incredibly powerful.
Okay, sold. Branding is critical. So how do we do it? Jim Thomas gives 4 steps to build a brand that really stands out. Step 1.
Step 1 is define your brand identity and your promise. This goes deep. It's not just a tagline.
It's about your core beliefs.
Exactly. You got to ask the tough questions. What do we really believe about fitness? About people? About growth? Who, specifically, are we here to serve? Who is that ideal member?
What won't we compromise on?
Yes. What are our non-negotiables? And maybe most vital, how should people feel when they interact with us? Every single time.
He gives that powerful example, right? Not just we have equipment, but something like,
We're not a gym. We're a second chance for people who thought they'd never feel confident again.
wow, that hits differently.
Huge difference. It's emotional. It's specific. And that promise, he stresses, has to shine through everywhere. Front desk, programming, onboarding, social media, how you keep members engaged. Everywhere. It needs to be real.
Okay, that's step 1. Define the core. Step 2.
Differentiate loudly in your messaging and your visuals. Stand out. Don't blend in.
So ditch the generic stuff.
Absolutely. He has that great contrast. Generic, affordable fitness for everyone, or 7-day pass.
We've all seen that.
Branded message example. You put yourself last long enough. Let's change that. First week on us. See?
Yeah, totally different vibe. It speaks to someone specific.
Exactly. It hits an emotional chord. And visually, he says ditch the perfect generic stock photos.
Use real members.
Yes. Real members, real stories, real sweat, real smiles show the transformation, the effort, the community. Not just shiny machines.
So the visuals and words need to be bold, resonate emotionally, reflect who you serve.
And be instantly recognizable as yours.
Yeah.
Even without the logo. That's the goal. Unforgettable.
Got it. Step 3.
Build community and culture inside the gym. This is so important. The brand has to be lived internally first.
It starts with the staff.
Absolutely. Empower your team to be brand ambassadors. They need to believe it and live it. Jim suggests creating signature things, unique phrases, rituals, events.
Like the first timer clap in example. Or a transformation wall.
Things like that. Or maybe sweat and share boards.
Right.
Little things that build connection and become part of your gym's unique fabric.
And celebrating wins. Member milestones.
Hugely important.
Yeah.
Plus, creating member-only events purely for connection, not selling. Because as Jim says, when the community becomes the brand,
The members become the
you
marketing.
got it. They embody it. They sell it for you just by being enthusiastic members.
Powerful stuff. Okay, final step. Step 4.
Charge for value, not just access. This is a big mindset shift for many.
Stop selling $29 a month.
Stop selling just that, yeah. Branded gyms sell transformative experiences, results. So you need to reposition your offers.
How? Like, instead of gold membership?
Think outcome-based offers. He suggests names like the Confidence Builder Program, or Fit Over 50 Transformation Track, or maybe stronger, Women's Strength and Mindset Training.
Ah, so they have an identity, a clear promise for a specific person.
Exactly. And programs like that do a few things. They justify higher prices because you're selling a specific outcome.
Right.
They attract your ideal clients because they resonate with their specific goals. It filters out the bargain hunters.
And it makes you instantly different from the gym down the street just selling cheap access.
Precisely. If your pricing looks like a phone plan, basic, premium elite gym strongly suggests rethinking it. Package things based on goals and identity.
Mm-hmm.
That shift is critical for thriving.
Okay, so wrapping this all up, Jim Thomas leaves us with some pretty strong final thoughts, a kind of diagnosis almost.
Yeah, he basically says the brand is the business. If you're struggling with high churn, attracting the wrong members, always discounting, just blending in,
It's not just a marketing issue,
it's fundamentally a branding issue. That's the root cause.
which forces you, the listener, to ask that tough question. Are we just another gym, or are we the gym for a specific someone?
Hmm. Your brand, he says, is your moat. It protects you. It's the magnet that pulls the right people in, and it's the megaphone that cuts through the noise.
So what should people do now? He suggests some next steps, right?
He does practical stuff. First, do a real brand audit. Take an honest look.
Okay.
Second, redefine that core promise. What makes you truly unique? Why should people care?
Third, update your look and your words, visuals, and messaging to match that unique promise.
Fourth, train your staff. Make sure they live the brand every day.
And fifth,
Package and price based on transformation and value, not just time or access.
it sounds like a lot, maybe like starting over in some ways.
It can feel that way, but it's about building on a much stronger, clearer foundation with real purpose.
So if you're listening and you're thinking, okay, I need to do this, I need to escape the commodity trap and build a real brand.
Jim Thomas can help guide that process. He works with gyms on exactly this kind of transformation.
And how can people reach him?
You can call him directly at 214-629-7223 or shoot him an email at jthomas@fmconsulting.net.
Perfect. Well, thank you for joining us for this deep dive into Jim Thomas's insights on building a gym brand that truly can't be ignored.
Yeah, we hope this gives you some clarity, maybe some motivation to make your gym genuinely unforgettable.